Back in 1994 through 1996, Berkshire South became an idea that was inspired by, from what I know and what I've heard, as a conversation between Ed Jaffe and a person who he was taking a ride with in the car. They began to discuss the need for gymnasiums, actual gymnasium space so that kids could play basketball.
I guess it kind of planted a seed for my father. Even though I know some would say he was tough and authoritative, he was also a collaborator and really respected what others had to contribute. He couldn't do this alone.
So they acquired the land here without having an architectural design or anything. They acquired the land. This was 85 acres, I think. I remember being so impressed. These guys aren't messing around. They are going to have a community center.
Anybody who knew Ed knew that he had the muscle behind making something possible. And so he got the right people in the room to have the right conversation about how they could create a community center that could be broad-reaching, broad-serving, and deeply impactful.
So my memory is of this, kind of relentless process of working through, finding the people, discussing the problems, his frustrations, his sense of accomplishment.
Berkshire South is 40,000 square feet of space. And I think when you might have seen that in 2002, you would have seen pristine spaces and open rooms. And, you can look back at those original marketing photos of what were put in the pamphlets to show people what was happening at Berkshire South. And they're all glossy and pretty. And if you were to come into Berkshire South today, you would see a home well lived in. You would see a little bit of mess here and there, but it's evidence of the activity that's happened at Berkshire South. I think it's fun to think about the spaces and how over the years they've all had to figure out how to accommodate for our community.
I wish that we could expand. I think that is so necessary for us to grow. Our camp alone takes up all our space in the center. We have community programs that we still need to run. Community Supper is a program where local chefs come and prepare food for everyone. It is free for all. It's not just for our members. It's not so much a supplemental program. It's more of a program to bring the community together. We hold it outdoors for the summer right now just to be safe with COVID and everything.
It's really a lot of fun, and people love to volunteer and do this, and people come to eat and sit down together, and they enjoy the meal, and it's a night out for them. It's really enjoyable. I like doing it.
Yes, so my daughter has had a great journey here at Berkshire South. I feel like she comes here and it's almost like her second home because she just knows where it's to go and she has all these great memories. So she started at Sunshine Preschool when she was almost 3 years old. It's just they've developed great relationships and a sense of community, a sense of we're going to Berkshire South. Oh, it's a place where we belong and we can do great things. I just want to see that. I want to have families be able to have what we experienced, from classes to childcare to community events, and I think it's possible.
I had been working my only job my whole life. I was working 90 hours a week for years, and I needed to fill a void when I retired. So I called up Bob Landau, who I had known, and he said, come on over tomorrow and start the class. A lot of this class in the beginning, and Bob Landau's philosophy was, it wasn't only the range of motion of people and getting them to actually do something with themselves instead of sitting on the couch, but the camaraderie at lunch for guys that hardly spoke to anybody else. They would speak at lunch. Was a remarkable difference.
When you're in that aqua aerobic pool, it's you're there to exercise and get stronger, but a really big aspect is the social part. I've met people that I would never have met in any other walk of life, and I've been here for almost 50 years. I haven't moved or left town, or I'm here year round. The friendships are real, they're genuine, and it's terrific. What are things that people don't know about this community center. I think they do not know the span of ages that are actually here. I love coming in the morning and seeing the kids from the play groups and the daycare groups and the summer camps, and I love meeting my own peer group. There's every age group that you can imagine here. It's a true community.
Oftentimes, people think Berkshire South, it's a fitness center, but I see it more of a community. When I think of Berkshire South, I think of wellness, health, friendship, connection. It's a place where everyone belongs.
You know, I think one of the most gratifying parts about Berkshire South is the happy feeling when you come to Berkshire South. It's a way to get into the community and meet friends and understand what the community's all about.
I think it's exceeded what anyone could have imagined because, you know, it's alive. It's got so many parts to it. My father, he would be so thrilled, so moved.
I would like to say to the people at Berkshire South that I personally want to thank you for the financial aid that you have provided for myself and many others to be able to come here. I would have never taken the venture to come here at the full price. I just felt it was out of my price range and I couldn't afford it. But you made it possible, and I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Was it?
Yeah, it was great.
Well, and it's also true.